if he just come out and be like that, a little boy gonna be like, why his arms like that for? You know why his arms like that. You know why the fuck arms like that. But anybody else, they don't know that shit.
But here's the thing. There's a version of Jax where he put the metal on top of the arms.
Metal skin?
Yes. You know what I'm saying?
Original.
That's my thing.
Annihilation, that's how it was.
You might as well. That's why I was like, you might as well just gave him the big arms, right?
I didn't like Annihilation though. I watched it though.
I mean,
at least they didn't CGI his arms.
See, Annihilation
look cheesy as hell.
It's fucked up because Annihilation made it original. Like Annihilation made it to where like, Jack's arms. When I found out Jack's arms was ripped off, I was like, oh damn, that's actually a better storyline. But I always originally thought that he just had metal over his arm.
That Annihilation shit was whack as fuck because Jack lost his fucking arms and got his arms cybernetically like on some shit like a cyborg.
That nigga took the arms off.
So they followed the story how it should have went.
Yeah,
but it looked bad. It just looked bad.
It's supposed to look bad, like the way that you feel about his shit.
Alright, y'all, welcome back with another episode of Fryedramen. We're back. We're going to give you another episode today. Our episode is going to be based off of... What was it doing again? We're going to review the whole series.
I gotta work. Every time we get this part, I get like a break.
Yeah, man.
Falcon and Winter Soldier is on the TV, bro.
Why y'all saying like... Sometimes I say Winter Soldier and Falcon.
Look, my man right here.
I was this close to saying Bucky.
But then they changed it. The last episode they changed it. Now it's just Captain Falcon.
Because we got a lot of stuff to review. I think the last one we did was actually episode 3. I think so. I mean, we got 4 or 5.
Okay.
6 episodes of this.
Hey, one thing. I feel as though he should have named himself Captain Falcon.
I would have. I like Captain Falcon.
That would have been. But let's just start. Let's kick it off with general impressions. So general impressions of the whole series. How did y'all like it?
I give it a solid. It's hard for me. I want to say 10 out of 10 just because I love the action and I love the story and I rock with. Everybody rocks with the Winter Soldier. Yeah. Everybody rocks with Sam. It's just the only thing I can say if I say I didn't like anything. I didn't like Carly's character as like a villain. Okay. She just didn't seem as
was it the acting or was it the image?
It was just her image. It's based off her original character, who she was because her original name wasn't like in the I'm sorry, I'm jumping the comics. In the original comics, her name wasn't Carly. It was Carl. I think it was Carl Morgenthau. And he was and it was like he was like this big bro. It was like this guy that had all these henchmen and he was trying to demand all this extra stuff. And Carly was like, she was really just trying to look out for people. He was not a super soldier. Girl face, you wouldn't think she's about to.
I feel like what you're saying, everything you're saying is a part of her evil concept. She wants you to feel like she's in it. She wants you to feel like
it's a part of the whole show.
The red hair, the beautiful face, the soft face. It's all a powder for her to get real close to you and knock your head off for real.
It's the gig.
Yeah.
She's a snake.
It's the gig.
Yeah.
It's part of the image. You feel me? It's like the more and more you feel like she's nice and she's not gonna do anything, that's how you fall under her and you end up getting killed. And you're blowing people up and you don't really know what
she's doing. She had a lot of followers.
That's because a lot of
by the way, I just like to.
They got smashed by a shield and they got thrown in the water.
Question. We forgot the intros.
We did forget the intros.
Every time I come to town, y'all forget the intro.
You know what? Reginaldo already, you know what I'm saying here. I had Reginaldo on Instagram.
Kid. Damn, I forgot my name there.
It'd be like
hey, you can see it right there. It's Kid Wonder. You can call him Quan. You can call him Kid. Don't call him Quan.
Don Juan, Graham, 1300 horsepower. Follow me on Twitter. Follow me on Twitter. I forgot my Twitter name.
It's all good.
Instagram name 1300 horsepower. You can follow me on Facebook.
That's how you know niggas is old. You can't really your social media.
I forgot my Twitter name. But
I can't y'all do this whole Twitter, Instagram. I ain't got nothing to follow on. It's just Danny. You eventually I might have something to follow on. But you can find me on Facebook. So, yeah.
1300 horsepower. That's
In
nice.
case,
Yeah, he's
1300
like
horsepower at the bottom. He gonna put that right there.
in case you or anybody didn't know, this is my sister, by the way. So I didn't say it last time. She came,
yeah, you
so,
didn't. You didn't say it last time.
Yeah.
Hey y'all, how y'all
It's
doing?
family, it's all family.
How y'all doing?
I mean, I'm pretty sure some people probably caught the resemblance.
We don't
We don't
look
look
alike.
Right. Well, back.
Oh, we back into it.
How did y'all feel about it?
I give it, I mean, I liked it. At first it was a little slow. I didn't like that it was a little slow. Honestly, it didn't really catch my attention until the Wakandans came up. And y'all know it. Everybody know. Yeah. Like,
That was like episode 3.
Exactly. Like, I watched
The
it.
drum logic?
Yeah, I watched it because I knew it was going to be something good to watch. But it really didn't grasp me until Wakanda.
So would you say when the WandaVision was better?
Yes, in my opinion. But that's just because this is more like,
Even though WandaVision wasted the first 2 episodes before they told us.
I'm not finna sit here and bad
I
WandaVision.
you know what? I wasn't in the WandaVision episodes, but I feel like I should have been because I don't feel like the first 2 episodes were a waste. They were not a waste.
Yeah,
But are we gonna get into that right now? Because we can get into that.
No.
The content was more like action oriented, kind of war oriented. You know what I mean? Like military. You know what I mean? Military mindset. And WandaVision was not military mindset. It was more like I Love Lucy concept. You know what I mean? Like, and it was more, you know, that 70s show. It was more, you know, comical.
well, it was more like a brain fuck.
Yeah, brain.
Alright, so Juan, how you felt about the series?
I give it an 8 out of 5.
Yeah, 8 out of 5. 8.5.
Verbal typo.
The 8 and 5.
We put an 8 with the 5. I'm gonna put an 8.5. Only reason why I say that is because it's like it had its good qualities all around. It had great qualities when it came to like black heritage. And I feel
they
like
did pull out of it.
Yeah.
it had a great quality in black heritage. I feel like when it comes to black people, it's something to watch in these times because they speak on a lot of current events in the times. And also, I like the villainy because you don't really get a soft-faced, red-head. Like she looks black, so it's like, you know what I'm saying. So she was kind of real.
Yeah.
She had a fiery side to her, and I feel like her acting was really like up to par when it comes to no one really knowing who she is as an actor. So she really got like, I feel like her acting needs a lot more credit when it comes to that because she really did her thing.
Especially for it to be like, I don't think I've seen her play in anything else.
Yeah, like she's like a new face, a fresh face when it comes to the acting scene.
Mm-hmm.
My favorite character would have to be Baron Zemo.
Oh yeah. They ain't spelled on Zemo yet.
I love Zemo. I love the mask. Shout out to the mask.
Yeah,
Gonna get the mask.
Might have one sitting on the table.
The soup. Love the soup at the end. I feel like the suit is something that you have to understand, like, it wasn't easy for him to wear that. And on top of the fact, like,
I wasn't a big fan of the suit.
Honestly,
The only thing that I didn't like about
it gets an 8.5.
but it came.
It was pretty accurate.
It's an
It was
8.5 in my
accurate.
opinion.
I give it that. The accuracy
And
was
that's-
on
like,
point.
yeah, that's why it's good.
But that doesn't mean I like the suit in the comics.
I mean, I know we all feel like it would look better in black.
Nope.
If it had a little more, the white.
First of all, the suit.
I need
Not who
black.
he is. It's not who he
The
is.
suit had to look like that.
I know.
Yeah.
It is the title Captain America he was saying.
And it was made in Wakanda, so they put that, you know what I'm saying?
It's
They
supposed
to make
to
it
be
that
supposed
way.
to
They made it like designed off of Steve Rogers' original house.
This guy. I want to talk about that guy.
Oh, John Walker. I like.
Wait.
I haven't even
Let's
said
talk about
how I felt
Oh,
about
yes,
it.
yes.
I feel as though they did almost everything right.
Yeah.
There was one thing I had an issue with.
So 10 out of 10?
I always say it's
Sounds
10
like
out
a
of
9.
10. I'll give it a 9.
Yes,
It's 9 out of 10. And the reason why I have to wait a whole point for this one thing is because I felt as though the villain aspect of the show was weak.
Yeah.
It was never a situation I felt as though Sam and Bucky couldn't handle.
Yeah.
Would it have been better if they just made John Walker the villain?
I mean, if there was a threat, because for instance, the Flag Smashers. The Flag Smashers are a group of super soldiers.
Yeah,
but they nice people.
I heard.
They nice people. Power broker. Was they low key side best friend's girlfriend? Like they
It was because
I heard
they
something
was doing a lot of things that they didn't really
they was never really like in danger the whole time.
I heard something through the grapevine that they were planning on making the villains get a vaccine for a disease that was going on in the inner city in the lower cities.
That was like their goal?
Yeah, that was their goal, but then COVID broke out. Alright. But so I heard through the grapevine that there was in the lower cities and the people that, you know, Carly and her team were trying to protect and save, there was some type of disease going on. And if you remember in the first couple episodes, they were talking about a vaccine. Do you remember that talking about a vaccine? And no,
it was still in the vaccine.
Yes, it was still in the vaccines, and they never talked about these vaccines again.
Right.
You remember this?
I thought, so
that was the reason why the woman Donna died.
You talking about when the old man got smacked into the pole and
vaccines didn't work.
And everybody was running around outside?
Yes, and they were trying to get those vaccines.
Money.
No, they were trying to get vaccines, and they were trying to get some vaccines, and they had to change the whole entire plot.
Dang.
Because COVID broke out.
Because they never did actually get into what they were trying to do. They just trying to get people to give up reparations. I mean, not reparations, but like they wanted people to have places to stay and shit like that.
Yeah, and like they wanted. COVID had broke out and it got kind of hit too close to home, so they didn't want to bring out this series about them trying to get a vaccine that the government won't give out for a disease that's, you know.
So they changed the narrative.
They changed the whole narrative.
And they didn't explain it. You feel what I'm saying?
Okay, so I guess I can forgive them for that then, because that makes mad sense.
Yeah. In the aspect of them having to change an entire plot in the midst of recording, and then it still come out to be pretty good.
Maybe that's why Carly had to start killing people. So we
yeah, because her leader, the woman that she loved a lot, she had passed away from COVID.
Because there was no other way for us to actually dislike Carly
pneumonia.
besides the fact that she was killing innocent people.
Well, if that's the case, then I can forgive him for that. But everything else, I feel as though it was A1. Like from what I've heard, it was shot as a whole 6-hour movie and then broken up into episodes. But everything was great, from the action scenes to the stories to the facts that they were actually giving you things that you never thought about. Like you didn't think about Sam being broke. Nobody thought Sam was broke the whole time.
They let us into his personal life, man. Like,
we got into his personal life. We got into Bucky's PTSD throughout the whole story, which I feel as though he was definitely gotten better with. He's finished the list.
He got a friend now.
Yeah. He has a couple of friends.
And they both became friends through Steve Rogers. Even when he's gone, he's still doing great things.
And I feel as though the most important thing Bucky went through throughout the whole series was the conversation that he had with Sam while it was in the front yard, backyard, because when they were training with shit.
Yeah.
And he was telling him, he was like, listen, man, stop listening to what everybody wants you to be and figure out what path you want to follow. And I feel as though Sam might have been one of the first people to ever tell Bucky that. Because everybody's always suggesting what Bucky should do. I mean, and he was like, yo, just think for yourself. I'm not about to tell you what to do.
But couldn't Sam have taken that same advice himself?
I mean, he had already talked to his sister about it. Him and his sister had that same conversation.
Because the race that made it more complicated.
No, because his sister, he talked to his sister. And she was telling him, I think she was telling him the same thing, and he kind of passed that same message to Bucky, because he was caught up in thinking about what Isaiah told him, and then thinking about trying to figure out if he was doing it or if he wasn't doing it because he was black, or if he was doing it because Steve Rogers was, the ass was the one who asked him to do it. You know what I'm saying? Confused with himself.
Big deal for Sam to take on the man.
Yeah, because he even said it in the speech, like as soon as he knew he was on camera as Captain America, he was like, he knew people was going to judge him for what he was doing, and they was going to say that, you know what I'm saying, maybe he was going to say he was a sellout, this, that, and the third, but at the end of the day, he's always been military, he always wanted to help people, he always had the ability to do these things, and That's what he's doing. Like, how y'all feel about Battlestar dying in this
Yeah, we gotta speak on Battlestar.
I wish they'd have gave us some more information about Battlestar.
I do not like Battlestar.
I think Bucky kind of destroyed his character.
Also do not like Battlestar. I don't like Battlestar. I didn't give two fucks when he died. Now look, this is how it hit me, right?
Nobody cared.
Battlestar got
That's
kicked.
fucked up.
Battlestar
He
got
didn't get too fucked when he died.
Battlestar got kicked into the pillar, right? When he got kicked into the pillar, spine broke, he hit the ground.
Done.
The first few seconds, this is where my mind is at. I'm like, damn, they killed that nigga?
Yeah.
That was so there was a little concern.
Yeah.
And then it hit me, it's Battlestar.
Yeah.
I didn't care.
No
Like,
significance.
the minute I put together that is that guy and then who it was, I was like, oh yeah, fuck Battlestar. And the thing is, I don't like, it's not that I don't like Battlestar because of his character. He did nothing to deserve my hate. He has a stupid ass name.
Yeah.
That is a stupid ass name.
Okay, let me also agree with that. Let me see what I gotta say about Battlestar. Name, trash. Do not let the name. And then also Battlestar, they did not give him no shine. They kind of just wanted you to feel bad about Battlestar for dying. And it was kind of just like, that wasn't enough for me.
Yeah.
It's like, a lot of people died of this. You know what I'm saying? I felt more bad about bro dying from the shield.
From the shield, because we got
That was abuse. Battlestar
fucked up.
getting smacked, being a hero and not being a hero enough to not get smacked into a pillar.
So these guys are evil.
My brother. Battlestar, my brother.
I don't really care for Battlestar.
ha.
He was alright. I wish I learned more about him.
Yeah.
And I feel like him and John Walker were very toxic for one another. I think they were very toxic.
No.
Yes,
Yes.
they were very toxic.
In a very subliminal way, yes.
Because he would have never taken that serum if it wasn't for Battlestar.
They were better with the serum. They were legit better
You
with
think
the
he
serum.
was better with the serum?
I
John
disagree.
Walker?
You took
He ain't
somebody
killed nobody
that
until he
can't
took the
control
serum.
his own emotions.
Yeah, but what you have to understand.
Well, I take that back. We don't know what he did in war. But
That's what I'm saying. Like, you don't know nothing about his actual
don't.
background. He was
We
a
don't.
war hero, and you think y'all don't want the serum?
but that
Why would you not? Why would you kill people for a living and not want the serum?
Because he didn't take it a risk.
He didn't want to be a regular person.
if you've already gotten to the point where you are right now, what do you need?
He
the serum
was
for?
not all right. He wanted to stay in action.
The reason why he took the serum
And he had a
was
best friend to do it
the
with.
whole movie, all he's been doing is taking L's.
He was-
Everybody
he
he
was
wanted
getting
to
ass
get
bit by
bigger,
everybody.
which is why he felt like he needed the Dora Milaje just whipped his ass.
He didn't want the serum
Fucking,
originally, though. He didn't want the serum.
Carly whipped his ass.
So you're telling me,
Oh,
as he is a military man, okay, as the person that he is, he would skip training
He
and go
didn't.
straight to the serum.
But he didn't. He didn't skip anything. He was ready. He was the most ready.
But he
in
got out
anything.
there and got his ass kicked, Reggie.
Well,
So
Because he was getting
not
beat by
ready,
super. He was beating
Reggie.
people. He was getting beat by super soldiers.
What I would like to say.
Yeah,
People are
yeah.
super soldiers and people from Wakanda.
And look at his black.
This is my point. This is
With
my
the
point.
shield.
This is my point. If you was in the army, right, and you had a black best friend, that y'all went through all types of all these tours, y'all survived. He had your back, you had his back, and then they ask you after all these medals you got, would you like to be Captain America? What? You become Captain America, right? And you bring your black best friend with you. He can't be Captain America too, but you can put him on. Guess what? You get a name too. What you want to call yourself? He wants to call himself Battlestar. Whoop-de-doo. He still got a black best friend that he went through all this shit with. And then when it comes down with it, you realize like, damn, bro, I'm really not doing too well. Damn, this would be easy if we had that super soldier, that super serum, like Captain America, which we don't have. This would be a lot easier. So in that aspect, it's like, well, damn, you know what I'm saying? I don't feel bad that he took the serum.
But I want to say,
They both should have had it, if you ask me.
I grew up over having the serum, but I don't feel like he was better with the serum. I feel like the serum made him uncontrollable with his actual emotions and his actual power.
It just made
Now,
him.
I feel like without the serum, he got a lot of things accomplished as a regular man. I feel like the mantle of captain was not a mantle that he needed to actually take up.
You're right.
It wasn't
wasn't
right for him to take up in
for
general.
him.
The serum in general was something that he didn't need to be a good soldier. He did not need a serum because he already did a lot of accomplishments.
Captain
a lot of
America,
things without it.
yeah, because Captain America didn't start off a war hero, man.
It became something of trying to be captain and thinking that he needed the serum when it was something that he could never really live up to. He never really needed it.
I don't feel like they should have.
He didn't need a serum.
I feel like you being a person with such power and you being the person as to take the mantle of Captain America, you should have thought more into what the fuck is the super serum? You know what I mean? What is it doing to these people? What is going on?
But as far as we've seen, there was no side effects from the super
There were
serum.
no side effects from the super serum. The serum did not make him into an asshole because Cardi took the serum and she ain't changed. All her people,
The shit was perfect.
They didn't know
How
none
do
of
you
them
know
ever.
that they did?
None of them never had any conversation saying that, oh, you changed since you to the super serum.
That's
They were
not
all
true.
the
That
same.
is not
Let me
true.
say
I
this.
disagree fully with all that.
Yeah, I
I
think
disagree with you.
that's-
I disagree with you. I disagree with you.
I think that's the whole.
I'm sorry. I thought y'all agreed the same
But
time.
here's- but
Sorry,
I
I
feel
I'm not
like-
even agreeing with him. I said I agree with you.
I feel like the whole
I'm
point.
saying
I feel like the whole point of them doing that.
It wasn't helping them. The
If that
super serum
wasn't
helped
the
no
case.
one. The super serum made everyone think that they had the power to do things that they really could not do. Those people died from taking super serum. All those people are going to jail for super serum.
Baron
If it-
Zemo,
those-
go ahead.
Baron Zemo, that's why Baron Zemo my favorite character.
It-
Shout out to Baron Zemo again for killing all the super soldiers.
If it
For real, shout out. Killing all the super soldiers. He took the last one.
wait, so y'all really don't believe that the super serum has side effects?
Yeah, it has.
I don't believe
it has side
that.
effects.
You making it seem
I
like it's
agree with
making
you about it
crazy.
having side effects. I said I agree with you on that.
I'm
You said
not
you
talking to you,
disagree.
baby.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the only thing about this,
That's crazy.
because the only side effects I feel like the super serum actually gives you is like the strength, like the one that this dude made specifically.
The doctor.
Legal. The only
He made a great one.
he made one that's all it does is it's not, it doesn't change like the way your body looks. It's subtle. Then you don't get a crazy amount of strength, but it's a booster, it's an enhancement. But it didn't make. I don't think it made you crazy. I don't think it made you mad. All it did was literally make you more of who you are. Carly wanted to. She used it to become a supremacist. And didn't even realize she was becoming a supremacist.
Because of a side effect.
No, because that's what she wanted. She had the ability to do it. She needed
Exactly,
to get done.
because you gotta think about it like you gotta think about it. Something like that.
That's just a means to get what you need to get done. She had a legit reason to do what she wanted to do. She wasn't crazy.
Think about that.
It boosted her drive.
It gives you power in general.
Exactly. That
Without
is
it,
a
she couldn't have did it.
that's a
Without
side
it, she
effect.
couldn't have did this.
But my thing
That
is,
is a side effect. It's something
All right,
that
no, it's
boosts.
all right. So if it boosts your characteristics, right? Let's say that's a side effect to it, psychologically. Then John Walker was already this fucking ticking time bomb asshole that he was before he took the super serum.
Yeah, but if he was, yes, if he was, if he would have been taking something like medication or therapy or something like that, trying to suppress things like that, so he wouldn't get to that point, something like a super serum will make all those things not even exist anymore, not even important, not even relevant.
And to add on to
No.
all y'all saying,
Yes.
he also had real
How many
bad
L's
head
you
damage.
think he had to take before he realized like,
He
yo, I
also
need
was
a
taking
fucking
real
super
bad
serum.
head damage that whole time.
And you got access to it. You ain't gonna take
He
it.
took 3 L's.
He
He had won his entire life. Took 3 L's. Was like, I need a super
As
serum.
soon as I become Captain America, I keep getting beat.
That's the whole reason why I said he didn't need the super serum. I agree with you. That's why I say I agree with you because he did a lot of things before he took that. So to a certain extent, he was a great person. You feel what I'm saying? I agree with you because he did not need a super serum to do anything before. So it's
Like,
like,
what would have
to a
been
certain
stopping him from
extent,
being
he
an even
didn't-
greater
he needed to be Captain America. That's what that's
Before he wasn't dealing with the type of stuff he's got going on.
Beforehand, he was like top tier 6 tours, whole bunch of medals. You see him in, he come back from the jungle type of nigga. That's what he was. Like you take him and send him out there and he come back.
See, the difference between that is he's gonna do stuff in the war that you ain't gonna hear about.
Exactly.
Captain America, everything's
On
on the front page. That's why I don't think the serum. I don't think the serum is what caused him to kill that dude. I think he was just mad.
Can I tell you
because
what?
his
The
friend died.
serum didn't make him lie to Battlestar parents.
What
He
she's
did
saying
that.
is
He did that.
She's saying the serum is.
I'm
what
not
they
sure he
want
doesn't
to say.
believe. I'm not sure he doesn't believe that old dude didn't kill. I mean, I know
He was there. He
He
seen Cardi do it.
Exactly.
He
He knew he was lying.
But honestly, Reggie might be right
Oh.
because of a side effect. He saw who killed the man, and he still
Yeah.
blamed it on somebody else.
The old dude
And
was-
to me, that just goes to show you that
He
something
couldn't- he
is
couldn't catch
wrong
her. He
with the
couldn't catch her.
man.
He wanted to kill.
he said somebody had to die.
Yeah, he wanted to kill. He was gonna kill the next person he got to, and that's the person he got
And
to.
that's what it was.
Is the super serum, does it have a side effect? That's my question.
All right, so that's
to
the
the
question
world.
for everyone.
That's my question to the
Our
world.
question is
I mean,
yes.
but-
Rez, what's your question for the super serum side effects? Yes or no?
I mean, the one that Neagle
That one
made,
with the
I don't
serum?
think it had any side effects.
I don't think so either.
Okay.
Let's talk about Isaiah Bradley. Is this thing
Cool.
still? It's still going. We still got to
Okay.
talk about Isaiah Bradley before this goes off.
This stuff for the Brad.
Good stuff with the Brad, man. Yo, Isaiah Bradley definitely got his shine in this.
Yeah, he
He
did.
was a black Captain
Yes.
America before Cat.
And this kind of shocked the world when he came. Like, I'm pretty sure there's people that didn't know.
There's a lot of
that
people who probably didn't know that before this. Yeah. Now that it's on the screen and I'm looking at it, I don't understand how Sam got Isaiah to get him out the house
He got pulled.
and go to the museum. Remember, he wouldn't leave the house at all because he's supposed to be dead to the world.
Yeah.
How did he get him to leave the house?
Well, if you got,
Like a black Captain America.
if he
And
got a
also-
So
story
Captain
out,
America actually leave the house, you gotta leave the house?
if he- if he-
I think
And he had
it's
said
because
something on
of,
TV that really meant something right before that. He
Yeah,
had
but that
said-
don't mean you leave the house when you're supposed to be dead to
Hey,
the world.
Captain
He said
America,
that same words though. He said
I'm about to
the same
tell you.
words.
Captain America can pardon you, bro. If Captain America say he ain't going
I'm
to
about to
jail, he
tell
ain't
you.
going to jail.
right
if you
now.
faked your death,
Huh?
if you faked your death and somebody told you, yo, come with me to the museum real quick, you gonna go?
I'm about to tell you why.
Low-key.
Listen, I'm about to break it down for you. I'm predicting the future right now, just like I did about WandaVision. I'm gonna say that there's going to be a Young Avengers that's
Yeah.
gonna pop up in the next 5 to 7 years.
That's not predicting the future.
That's
That's
not been true. That's for
That's
fact.
That's
too long.
predicting
That's
the
too long.
future,
That's
okay?
fact.
Anyways, like I'm saying,
yeah. Go ahead.
because the kid looks up to the Falcon, clearly.
Who?
The kid.
Elijah.
Elijah.
You think so?
reckon? Yes. I think he might talk a lot of shit.
Talk a lot of shit.
A lot of shit. But, I
Well, he
mean,
is a black
so
Captain
does
America.
Bakugo. And he still look up to All Might.
But he don't talk shit to All Might. That little nigga talk shit to Sam.
Are we sure he doesn't talk shit to All Might? Elijah looks up to the Falcon, and he convinced his granddaddy get out the damn house so he can go see his statue. But they didn't know the statue. Just whatever the Falcon says, probably gonna go.
He deserved
Pretty
that.
good.
He deserved to go out and see that. So, it's
Yeah.
low, right?
So in that case, that's just some foreshadowing.
Nah, you
know,
would have
foreshadowing
to tell me
that
what it
Marvel's
was
doing.
before we left the crib. I'm not leaving the house if I'm supposed to be dead.
That was-
So look, so right now we about to wrap it up.
Yeah, it's good content. Good talk. Good
Let
talk.
y'all know what we thought about the show, man. The show was amazing. I
It
feel
was
as though
good.
it got
It was
definitely a good 80% good rating for all of us in the room.
Yeah, at least.
Yeah.
At least.
Yeah.
B plus.
It did good on our community.
B plus.
It did real good.
Yeah.
Shine real bright.
Great, man.
Yeah, it gets
Hey, fuck the dude from the bank, yo.
That didn't get
Bank.
Sand
Didn't
alone.
get
Yeah.
Sand alone.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
Bank loan.
Yeah, fuck the
And we
bank.
gonna-
Yeah.
Bank loan guy.
He had one
I hope
job.
they confiscated his phone too,
Yeah.
Yeah.
cause he took a picture with Captain America.
And I hope you ain't get that autograph.
No more cameos for you.
No,
Now that's a picture of Captain America. Yeah,
yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no more
Fuck that
cameos
guy.
for the
Yeah, man. Shout out to Anthony Mackie, man. He's doing his thing.
Dang, but
Yeah,
he
is.
denied Captain America alone.
He did.
He did that
Yeah,
He
yeah.
did.
on camera.
America.
Shout out to him, man.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
Get that money.
You know what's crazy? He Captain America. He's still never gonna get the money for that boat.